Right now we're out in the canyon in Zion National Park. So we woke up early and we're in this little canyon, kind of getting various shots of the beautiful nature of Zion National Park. We had 2 days with the athletes up on Moonlight Buttress.
Moonlight Buttress.
The reason why we chose Moonlight Buttress is because exposed face is just jetting out from the rock wall. It's about 1,500 feet tall. So you can just show how vertical the climb is. Really fun to shoot, very challenging.
It's a 10-pitch climb, but what we really wanted to show is the last couple pitches just because they're the most overhanging. And so rather than climb the entire thing from the bottom, we decided we would hike up to the top and rappel down, and then we'd just climb the last 3 pitches a few times to get the shots that we needed. First time with just head cams and we were out of the shot, and then second time we'd go down and film third person with steady cam.
Rappelling down was pretty freaky, I think, for all of us. I think we all had moments of just like, oh my gosh.
Full freak out.
You have to rappel off this rope that's wrapped around a tree at the top. We have Andy, who's one of the best riggers in the world, so you know you're safe, but at the same time, leaning over that cliff that's just sheer vertical, it's unreal. 1,000 feet. And then just like the challenge, once you're down there trying to shoot, everything has to be attached to you. There can be no chance of anything falling.
Learning how to jug on the 1,500 foot wall for the first time.
And so jugging is when you use the Jumars to climb up the rope to get back up to the top. We had our tech vests on, so you have about 4 or 5 pouches full of gear. For some reason, we just want to clench everything. And so just like taking lens caps off and
everything takes 4 times as long as it would normally take, because if you need to go 10 feet to switch out a camera on the climber, it could take up to an hour just because of the logistics of all the rope management and everything.
So we had 1 rigger and, sometimes 4 other people on the wall.
The thing about rock climbing that makes it really tricky to shoot intrinsically is that you don't really want to be toting that much gear along with you, so you don't want to have like anything else you have to worry about. And then the gear you do want to bring has to be lightweight and small, so it's kind of a nice fit for the session camera because it's like tiny, it'll fit in your pocket, and you can wear it on your forehead. It won't be terribly obtrusive while you're climbing the wall.
Super easy to navigate, it's just 1 button too.
Yeah, 1 button on and off, it's like 1 less thing to worry about.
Selfie though.
The other challenge is just being in the harness for that long. I mean, we would be on the wall for 4 to 5 hours at a time, and your harness is just completely cutting off your circulation to your extremities.
Oh yeah, you're not feeling your toes.
Yeah, I'm hanging on by this little leash here. Just hanging out.
With Sasha and Brittany, we were trying to capture the perspective that they have as they're scaling this face with nothing but a crack to put their fingers and toes in. So we're trying to capture their hands like in the wall, engaging with it. And when they look up, you can see the sky. When they look down, you can see the complete sheer drop directly below them.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. And just using a head cam worked really well. You see all the ropes or just the crack. And then as well as using the strap, the new mount by GoPro that goes on your hand, worked really well. And it can swivel 360 degrees. So you can just get a ton of different shots from that.
Essentially every time Sasha would go up with her right hand, she had a perfectly framed shot of her face looking down with the valley below.
Oh my gosh! I know how to climb on that thing!
We don't really know when you're on the wall if you're getting the shots or not, just because there's so much going on, you can't really review footage. But when we get back to the top, you look at it on the GoPro app, we're just all stoked, like, oh, we got it, because a 2-day shoot, you don't really know if you're going to be able to get everything you need in that short amount of time, so.
And we can't use drones here because it's a national park, so we were trying to think of creative ways to get off of the wall looking back at the girls. So we got this painter's pole from Home Depot, 25 feet, the longest pole cam known to man.
There's actually one point where I was standing on this little ledge with a giant extension pole trying to get Brittany as she was lead climbing the last section, and I really wanted to know what I was getting with my shot, just because it's hard when you're hanging a pole cam, you don't know the angle. So I actually had the app going on the camera that was on the end of the pole, and so I'm like hanging off the side of the wall with the ropes and the extension pole and just kind of looking at my phone and just doing it that style for getting the shots. It was pretty crazy. It was a perfect use case for the app.
When we were trying to decide which female climbers we wanted to use, we wanted to show the dynamic between Brittany, the veteran, and Sasha, who's just this world champion, super young climber who's basically dominating the sports scene. And we thought it'd be cool because Sasha's actually never trad climbed and she's never crack climbed. So this was a whole new experience for her. We thought it'd be cool to show Brittany, kind of showing her the ropes, literally. She was placing gear for the first time in her entire life and then relying on that gear as her safety, which was pretty gnarly, and she wasn't fazed by it at all. The whole time the girls were giggling and having fun and, you know, learning this new sport, which is just mind-blowing.
But I really think it looks great in the footage. You know, it's always nice to have athletes that are smiling and genuinely having a good time. So it was fun to watch them in their element, just being super comfortable and in these scary situations and just crushing it.
Good job. I'm so proud of you, Vanessa.
All right, so that concludes the behind the scenes of our rock climbing piece. Thanks for checking it out. I hope you enjoyed the content. We have some time lapses we've got to get to, and we got to wrap up this shoot, so we'll see you guys later.
What's up, you guys? We have the behind the scenes from rock climbing. Woo! We're out here in Utah somewhere. Ow, ow! Zion, holla at your boy.
Spring break.
This is what we do. Take 'em.